Yo, what's up, peeps, man? It's your boy King. NBA 2K20. This is position lock, right? I'm locked on James Harden. Now, this is one of the reasons I like playing on position lock because this is how you truly figure out just how bad the AI is in this game. So the AI is absolutely terrible, and they're bad in a way to where if you can simply just cannot rely on AI to do its job. Period. Like it sucks at offense. It sucks at defense. The only way it's doing anything is if it's just flat out cheating. Now you're gonna see CPU control Westbrook right here. You know, I mean, if we look at this turnover by RJ Barrett, this is the CPU in action against the CPU. I'm James Harden. You know, I'm on James Harden, but this is the CPU at work, people. You know, you can't make this shit up, man. Like this is the stuff I've been complaining about since NBA 2K17 came out. Like it was fine in NBA 2K16, it was fine in NBA 2K15, and the ones before that, the AI could make logical decisions. But when we get to 2K17 and then, you know, all the iterations up until this one, you know, now the AI can't make competent decisions. So RJ Barrett opts for a spin move when there's another defender right here. Turns the ball over. Westbrook picks the ball up. Westbrook runs down the floor with the ball. He runs under the rim and stops, and then puts the ball up and gets it blocked off the glass. You know, you can't you can't make this shit up, man. Like there is no way they can call this a game that resembles anything of a simulation basketball game. They just absolutely can't, because with a simulation basketball game, because they have all these modes for offline. They have my league, they have my career, they have WNBA. They have, and none of it means anything because the AI is absolutely crap in this game. It's absolutely crap. It can't do anything. It can't attack. It can't defend properly. So many gaps on the defensive end, man. Like, go to the score here. Now we're losing, but the only reason we're losing is because I'm playing within the offense. I'm playing within the sets that they're doing. If I wanted to, I could have like 70 points a game because the AI always plays super tight, you know, and you can be easily beat them to the rim with backdoor cuts all day. I'll get like 20, 30 points off backdoor cuts all day playing against the CPU. I'm telling you, people, to see the AI is bad on this game. Bad. Like it's the worst it's ever been in any 2K I've ever seen. And I thought NBA 2K17's AI was bad, but I mean this you know, look, you know, shout out to Gideon, man. Dribble decisions, like they don't even know what the hell to do with the ball. Like when they have it, it's just a circus out there. It's a circus of bad basketball out here on the goddamn, you know. I get it, man. Like game development is tough. You know, it's tough, but this is unacceptable. This is unacceptable. Like we don't go back, people. We don't take steps back. You know, that's not what we're supposed to do. You know, as humans, you know, as people, we're not supposed to fucking take steps back, man. Like this game was supposed to be evolving, even if it was not the graphics. Even if the graphics had hit a limitation, there should have been something in these damn games that have evolved, that something meaningful that evolved. Because I'm not talking about no goddamn park. I'm not talking about all those shitty online modes, because those modes are absolutely shitty. Like, and look, this is my opinion. This is my opinion. You know, you all could like the park, you all could like my career, but in my honest opinion, as someone who is advocating for simulation basketball and likes to play this game in a light of simulation, or play any video game, because if the competition came around and put out a simulation basketball game, I'd leave this shit in the dust and wouldn't even look back. I don't have a loyalty to any of these companies. I promise you. Let NBA Live come out and bring out a game. If I don't give a shit if the online portion isn't put together properly. I don't give a shit if they're lacking a couple of modes here and there. If that on court action, and I'm talking about next gen, by the way, I'm talking about NBA 2K21, like not 2K21, NBA Live 21. If that game comes out It's bare bones. But that on court action, that basketball on the court, is A1. I'm leaving this game behind. I'll never touch 2K again. Like, I would never touch 2K again if that was the case. It doesn't even have to be NBA Live. Even if it was a new game that came along and decided to create an NBA game, if that on court, on the court action is like it's supposed to be, I'd leave this shit. Like, 2K is hanging on by a goddamn thread with me. Cause it's just they don't give a damn. They don't give a damn about this portion of the game, which this is the only portion of the game that holds the NBA moniker, man. This is the only portion of the game that holds that is worthy of the title of NBA basketball. Like, because you play, like, I don't want to play, like I said, my park, that's complete shit. That's a much worse version of NBA Street. Like, I mean, you might as well have NBA Street at that point, but that's some weird mix of realism and fit. Like, that's the worst shit. See, those type of, though, this is the reason why people hate NBA. Look, people hate and will like to hate NBA Live so much, but NBA 2K nowadays, it is what NBA Live was, and that's probably why it's so popular. It's a mixture of simulation and realism, and that's exactly what NBA Live was back in 2005, 2004, 2003. It was well, maybe not 2003. That game was fast. That game was all arcade, but like when they got to Live 2004, 2005, then they started doing 06 for the PlayStation. Those games were arcade take on a simulation game of basketball, right? So it wasn't quite NBA Street, but it also wasn't NBA 2K11. NBA 2K11 was probably one of the most well put together. That was probably the only game that I played that I did not really have to use sliders. Like, the shooting percentages was fucking on point. There were some things in the box score that was off here and there, but I didn't have to up shooting sliders or lower shooting sliders. It was perfect, almost perfect out the box. But this is what NBA Live was, and it's showing. Like, this game is what NBA Live used to be. It's an arcade basketball game with simulation elements, right? You know what I'm saying? Or we'll say it's 60-40, 60% arcade, 40% simulation, and well, the other way around. But that's what NBA Live used to be, and this is really not. It's not what I'm at in my life. Like, I like basketball as the game of basketball. I do not need some shit to be more accessible and arcaded up to be a more fun experience for a game that's already fun. The fun in basketball is the game of basketball. Yeah, I just don't understand, why does this shit have to spill down to the on-court action? Why? Like, why leave this shit in the park, man? You need to have, I'm not saying have two separate games, but you need to have two separate slider sets, and you need to have two separate ways of tuning gameplay aspects without that shit spilling over to our portion of the game, which is offline. Because they say, like, oh, we tune shooting and stuff, but that doesn't mean, like, you might add new animations, you might take animations out of the game, you might speed up the game, you might tune shooting, because somehow when they tune shooting for park, it always trickles down to the offline. So this is the reason why sliders makers can't get a good fucking set out this game, because every fucking day there's an update. Every fucking day there's an update, and pretty much once out of the week they update the damn game to where they change something with shooting, some with animations. Like, it's a joke, man. Like, I don't. 2K is financially the best it's doing right now, but that has nothing to do with the fucking quality of the game, man. Like, it's they're right now they're pushing towards the lowest, absolutely lowest common denominator. Like, you get motherfuckers are playing this game that don't even play basketball or watch basketball. So that should tell you all you need to know about that. But anyway, peace out, peeps, man. It's your boy King. Later.